HelloFresh is also an owner of Factor. So Factor is pre-made meal plans. If you don't like to cook your own meals with HelloFresh, you can use the link in my comment section and you can pick your meals from Factor. In the link, you get some free meals as well. So if you guys don't want to take the time to go ahead and cook the meals like I did with HelloFresh, you can go ahead and order your own meals through Factor. The meals are amazing. They have breakfast, they have protein shakes, they have smoothies. So if you guys want to use Factor, go ahead and hit that link in the comment section. It's amazing. Go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teach Hanley, and support the Media Man YouTube channel, and also support Teach Hanley. The Polo Grounds. Wow. Eat lamb chops. It seems great. walking. On the polo grounds right now. Okay. On the polo grounds, drinking free champagne. You know what it is, baby. Leave it alone. What's going on? Welcome back to another Media Man Live on this great Tuesday. Man, I'm excited to be back here. We have a great show on commitment and also how to conflict resolve. You know, we always trying to make our relationships better, you know, looking at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. So I feel that it's necessary that we give you guys some of these tools and also me learning as well how to be better communicator, how to conflict resolve when I was in therapy, and also, you know, the conversation of commitment, right? And we're going to touch on that a little bit. And I got a bunch of other videos for you guys. So this is going to be a great show, very informative. I saw the request. A lot of people were saying, could you talk a little bit more about the 4B movement? So we're going to start that off first. And I got a couple videos for you guys. And yeah, we gonna talk about it. I can't wait, man. But it's good to see everybody here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Me at the polo grounds. Me and my girl, we went to the polo grounds and caught a couple matches here in Houston. It was amazing. We're gonna make sure that we go back periodically because we had a great time. Food was amazing. The ambiance, the music, the people. It was a great time. You know, and those are the things that we like to do. Not too much of a club guy anymore. I'm a little bit older, you know, now. But when I'm overseas, yeah, I do hit the bars and the clubs and things of that nature. But in the States, not at all. So, so we gonna definitely get into it. I got some great videos for you guys. But before we get started, let me go ahead and acknowledge those who already donated. Prima Materia actually became a diamond member. If you guys don't know, on my membership tiers, the diamond member I believe is the top, and you get access to all of those videos that I posted just for members only. Yeah, and those are pretty good. So thank you, Prima Materia. I love when people become members, man. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, yeah, it's amazing. So Dante Bryant, as usual, I got Dante Bryant as the show sponsor down there. Thank you, good brother, with the $5 super chat. He said, Brother Double M, what's going on, brother? Blessings to you. And let's see here. We got Rad Talk once again back in the building. $9.99 super chat. He said, let's get it. Happy Tuesday, Media Man and chat. Great topic. Oh, yeah. We're gonna definitely get into it. I can't wait, man. Let me see here. Let me go and update Rad Talk here. Let's see here. How I want to do this. Okay, here we go. I think I already got you up there with Cam. Yeah, sure do. Rad Talk. Got you down there. How's everybody doing on this good Tuesday? You know, the Lakers got a big game today, man. Big game. So we'll see how that goes. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm excited. So right after this, I'm going to get straight to it and listen to the damn, watch that Laker game. Let's see here. Got you in there, good brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I got everybody who donated so far. Let me check the super chat or the cash apps. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm doing good. That's one check of the Cash Apps, man. Let me see here. Let me go back up. We got a bunch of comments. Okay, we got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. Yeah, man, Daniel, we got a big game. In a couple hours, man. Hopefully the Lakers show up and we're not trying to tank and avoid the Nuggets. I think we need to face them early to see, how we're gonna go. So I think we need to take care of business in New Orleans and go ahead and get prepared for Denver. So we'll see. I'm excited. I can't wait. See, and we got Mona in the building. Thank you, Mona, for being here. She said, please like and share the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Says, hello, Media Man and everyone. Good to see Mona in the building. Make sure you drop your links as well, Mona. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Mona. And then we got Trey in the building. He said, what's up to Mona D. And also he said, Media Man, cheers. What's going on? Salute to you, good brother. Good to see you here, Trey 979. My guy. Let's see here. And we got, let me see here. I got Glow in here. Hey, I appreciate that, Glow. He said, Media Man got such good taste in music. Yeah, man. I listen to, all types of genres of music, man. And I like that kind of smooth, airy type flow. I can pick those beats out immediately, especially on TikTok. They do a great job. I think, and I saw somebody say this on TikTok, they took the rights away where you can use, like artist music on there or something like that. But it actually paved the way for independent artists to actually put their music out so we can enjoy their either the covers or their new music. And that's why I typically share independent artists on here to give them some shine. And hopefully you guys go over there and follow them. So, yeah, it opened it up. Some great music over there. Let's see here. We got Educated Tyrone in the building. Said facts. So let me see. Iman Omari created so many of these artists we see today. Oh, wow. Yeah. And let me see here. And we got The Way of Yomi. What's going on, brother? He said, was it me or Media Man was living that soft guy era life? Drizzle. Hey, man. I mean, I think I started my soft guy era early. As soon as I retired from the military, I was like, I'm not working as hard as I did ever again that I did in the military. So mine started a little bit early. So, and definitely that polo match was definitely a soft life event. I mean, rosé bottles of champagne flowing. They let us go out onto the grounds, and have champagne at the middle of the on the grounds and everything. Got to meet some of the players. The horses was out there. I mean, it was a amazing event, and also it was even though it was a majority, white folks out there, it was some black people out there, and that was great to see it. I was happy to see it. We need to start getting into these types of things. You may have fun sometimes when you grow up, in tough neighborhoods. This may be out of your reach, going to like tennis matches, golf matches, polo, rodeos, things of that nature. But expand your options, man. You may enjoy it. Me, I'm a huge fan. Polo is a very easy sport to pick up. It's only 1 point. You just have to hit, it's kind of like defense football, something like that. And the goal is to hit the ball through the, the little wickets or whatever, like the little goal posts, and that gets you 1 point. But the funny thing about polo is that you can actually start a game behind, and that's based off of your standings or whatever, or like the last game or something like that. So the score could be a half point to 0 before the game even starts. And there's 4 periods, 7 minutes and 30 seconds each. So it's, I mean, what is that? 15 minutes, 30-minute matches. And it was pretty cool. We had a great time. I mean, we definitely gonna go back. So hopefully y'all get inspired to go as well. I'll play the video at the end of the live stream as well, just in case y'all didn't see it. So let's see here. Somebody said, is AD Mike Ruck said, is AD healthy? Yeah, man. Let's play 76 games this year, and he's ready to go. Had a little back tweak, but I think he's ready to go. We're gonna be good to go. So God willing. Saint Sears said, what's going on? What's going on, brother? And we got Donald Hearn saying, M Square was good, brother. Caught a live stream. Absolutely. You caught a great one, too. I promise you. Let's see here. And we got Jay Curve in the building. He said, my brother, salute. What's going on, Jay? Putting out that good content out there, man. Good to see it. Make sure you drop your links in the chat, brother. Let's see. Oh, man, we got Ali Roderick in the building. Welcome back, bro. He said, I'm ready and tunes in on this travel back to the city. The Lakers are my team, but I hope they do right by me. I hope they do right by me, too. Thank you, brother. I'm about to update y'all here in a second because we got Terrell Evans with the $30 super chat. Thank you, brother. Says, salute, media man. I missed your last few lives, but I always watch the repost. I've been busy traveling and working. I have time today, man, family, unhunted. Absolutely, man. Great to see you back here. And thanks for the $30 super chat, man. You know, it's good to see y'all boys all in here. We got 96 folks in the building. This is going to be a clippable live stream because I got a bunch of topics that I want to discuss, especially that 4B movement, you know, and I touched on it a little bit maybe about two weeks ago. And I'm going to show you what's exactly going on. And once again, I don't understand how black women getting tricked into thinking this applies to them, but they didn't insert it themselves, and it's unfortunate. But we'll talk about it here in a second. But let me go ahead and update the banners down here. Thank you, Rad Talk. What was that? Ali. Oh, my bad. I got to put... Terrell Evans with the $30 bomb on your boy. Thank you, brother. And then Ali Roderick. Got you in there. Cool. And there we go. Keep Dante Bryan in there. I think I'm good to go. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Let me see who else we got in the building. We got the one Mr. Ham. What's going on, brother? Said looking forward to more dope content to arm this 40-plus single brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is gonna be a great one. I promise you, man. Hey, stay tuned. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm about to pull it up here in a second. Thomas Bland said, church is in session. Everyone hit that like button. Salute to Media Man. Keep doing the Lord's work. Appreciate that, good brother. Good to see you here. And then Donald Hunter says, I was going to hit you up about the 4B movement. That's crazy. Then we got it. Jake Northington, what's going on, brother? Said these churches should hire you to present data for the next decade if they want to truly impact the dating and marriage market. Yeah, and that's actually something that I want to start doing. I'm gonna take this to the church, you know, because I think that's where we get. And it's not, and again, it's not necessarily black men. Black men are like, well, damn, we kind of knew this, but we just needed the numbers to back us up in regards to us being good fathers. And you know, our female counterparts not so much. So I want to go to the hub. I see that you know what's funny? I was on TikTok and I saw a video of Dr. Umar doing a speaking engagement at a university. I think it was at a maybe Prairie View or HBCU, one of them. And he starts off his lecture or his seminar by saying, snow buddies never, black queens forever. And he says it 3 times. And the whole crowd is like, snow buddies never, black queens forever. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool, man. You know, I mean, I love black women as well, but damn, that's how you started off, you know, and it's nothing but there's a majority, you know, black female audience, which is expected or whatever, especially in all those seminars. So yeah, he has a huge reach. And I'm like, man, you could do some good if you just told the truth, but they want to use it for evil, but that's why you got me. So let's see here. We got Young Boy 1-3. What's going on, brothers? With the $5 super chat, he said, afternoon, sir. Wanted to jump in early to show some support since I might not be able to watch the live show. Got to teach a class tomorrow. Hey, you good, man? I appreciate you stopping by, dropping some dough off on your boy. But catch this replay. Definitely make sure you catch this replay. You may be able to see the first part as well. So Leon 008 said, hi, the church works within the system for black women pretty much. They all work with the local and state government. Oh, yeah, I'm going straight to it. So One Titans with the $5 super chat said black women can't stand for another woman to out victim them. Oh my goodness. Let me go ahead and start that. That's it right there. That's a 4B movement that black women have attached themselves to, you know, just like the feminist movement. This movement didn't have anything to do with y'all. And also, there was the same thing. What else happened? It was something. Oh, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. Black women identified with that. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? This ain't got nothing to do with you. The Griot wrote an article about it saying that black women should learn from this case. And I'm like, what? Yeah, it's out of this victim mentality just gets me. It's like, damn. Oh, it's like you looked at Korean women and was like, oh, you think that you got it bad? Let me go ahead and insert myself. Like, man, what the hell? This is some foolery, man. It's that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. And, you know, like before I even get started, let's get to it, man. I've been waiting on this. So let's talk about this 4B movement. And I want to help you guys understand why I don't have any faith in black women trying to make this work for them. Because for one, like I already told you guys, the 4B movement is a small radical group in South Korea. The women are young, don't have kids already. They are not in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. But for some odd reason, we got older black women attaching themselves to this movement as if they can influence anything on the dating market. And it's unfortunate, it's sad, because nobody has ever really looked at the numbers to see if this truly can help or hurt black women, right? But let's get to it. Let me pull the video up. I got a couple of them, but at the end, stay till the end and watch the end of this video. And it's going to explain some things about what I used to watch before I got on YouTube. Here we go.
On their men. They're fucking assholes. They're not gonna change, so we're all gonna go extinct.
No heterosexual marriage, no childbirth, no dating men, and no heterosexual relationships. These are the vibes of the 4B movement in South Korea. It's basically a feminist movement protesting against the country's rampant misogyny and advocates women to reject gender norms, including marriage and having kids.
So you heard that. It's a feminist movement. Fair use, by the way. So these are the 4Bs. If you guys didn't know, she's going to break them down. If you speak Korean, you may be able to translate. I should be able to do it since I spent 3 years in Korea, but it's been a while. So yeah, so here are the 4Bs of the 4B movement.
4B stand for the 4 principles in Korean, coined in 2016 by the author Cho Nam-ju. Now it's blowing up on TikTok, especially after these YouTubers on their platform Solidarity said that marriage is the root cause of the 4 principles in Korean, coined.
Let's stop there. So Bihan is no heterosexual marriage. I'm not even going to attempt to say that next one. No childbirth, no dating men, and no heterosexual marriage. So those are the 4 Bs, right? So let's continue.
In 2016 by the author Cho Nam-ju. Now it's blowing up on TikTok, especially after these YouTubers on their platform Solidarity said that marriage is the root cause of patriarchy. But a recent catalyst of the movement may also be incidents of high-profile murders of women, revenge porn, and spy cam sex crimes. Lots of people online are saying it's a long time coming and it's a rational response to the male-dominated culture of South Korea. You can also see women from other countries expressing solidarity with the 4B movement and wanting it to spread. Some critics of the 4B movement are claiming it's the reason behind the low birth rate in South Korea. South Korea has the world's lowest birth rate and hit an all-time high in 2023 of only 0.78 kids per woman.
So it's always been like that since I've, like I said, I spent 3 years in Korea at different times. Korea has always had a low childbirth rate. So, I mean, not saying this is the norm. You got a bunch of radical women joining this movement, and they may have good reason, who knows? But this should be eye-opening to black women who don't know that much about other cultures in other countries, because the narrative is that, a lot of black women want to move on from dating and or marrying black men. And they say that they want to go overseas to different countries to find men over there. If you guys remember, I did a video from a black woman who actually lives in Korea, and she said she was having a hard time dating because the men over there get all of their information about black women based off of like social media and off of music. And the one guy, when she was out with him, he asked her, can she twerk on a date? He asked her that, and she was offended or whatever. But cultures are different, and I think black women need to understand it. And it was sad and funny at the same time. But I heard somebody I think it was somebody I was talking to, and they said that if black women really want to understand how other cultures are and they think that they can handle it, there's like, just ship a whole bunch of black women over to Dubai. And he was like, it's either one or two things gonna happen. Either them women gonna come back or they're gonna be in jail over there. And it was sad because you think about it, it's like, man, so you saying that because you assume that black women, if they go over there to Dubai and they got all these rules and regulations, a lot of our women won't be able to abide by them and end up getting divorced or getting incarcerated, like a couple of other black women that's been incarcerated in Dubai, because the rules are strict in different countries. So this should be an eye-opener, because from what the Korean women are saying, the patriarchy is something that's the misogyny or whatever is a huge issue. The women are dealing with it over there. So, I mean, you may want to look into the rules and regulations, the laws and the cultures and the standards for any different country if you're a black woman that's saying that you think that you can fare better in other countries. I mean, we'll see. So let's continue.
But others argue that the low birth rate is due to economic reasons, like poor job prospects, the high cost of raising kids, unaffordable housing, and long working hours. And the gendered reasons. Mothers face discrimination in the workplace, gender-based violence is prevalent in relationships, and women are expected to take on the majority of household burdens. But some female South Korean bloggers have said that the 4B movement is just an exaggeration of Western ideologies and represents a very small part of the population.
Did you hear that? It's a very small part of the population. I said that 2 weeks ago. And I hope there are black women who are thinking about joining this movement. You understand that this movement is not for older women. And it seems like black women are so upset with their dating issues, they're trying to join any group possible just so they can have an excuse to be single. But if that's already happening, then you don't need an excuse to join any movement, because you're already single. Single by choice is what y'all tell everybody, right? So let's continue.
It's hard to know how many women are part of 4B, as lots of the women keep themselves anonymous, but estimates range from between 5 to 50,000 women.
Okay. All right, we'll start here. So did you see that range? It said the estimates are from 5 to 50,000 women. How many women live in South Carolina? Or South Carolina, South Korea. How many women in South Korea? So South Korean women, it's 25.84 million women that currently live in South Korea. So if that movement only encompasses 5 to 50,000 women, I mean, y'all can do the math for yourselves. I mean, just trying to help. So, of course, we got this young black woman. I mean, she's older, but she's younger than me. She had to put her 2 cents in. There was some man on there that she was responding to, and she was trying to justify why women are joining the 3 or the 4B movement. Listen to what she has to say. And it's the same narrative over and over again, right? It's like a record repeating itself every time. But the funny thing is, I told you guys that I don't have any faith in black women upholding the standard of not having sex. That's the main one. Not having sex, marriage, that's not your choice. Black women are the least married and the most divorced. So you didn't need a movement to do that. You're already doing it. right? And whatever the other things was, partnering or whatever, no kids, so on and so forth. We already know that Black women have an issue with unwanted pregnancies to the point that their child deletion rates, are the highest in every income group. So what does that tell you? That means Black women are having sex and they're also getting pregnant to have children. So that will never be an issue. We know that Black women, 61% of them have children, right? Only 46% of Black men don't. So nothing has changed. You don't need a movement to tell you that. So here we go. Fair use.
How many men make videos like this, act like they don't care that women don't want to marry them or have their children? We're all very well aware that there is a single male loneliness epidemic going on right now.
Okay. So she's saying there's a single male epidemic going on right now. And this is where a lot of people get this wrong. So I want to clear this up for anybody who doesn't understand what that single study actually means. Do I want to pull this up? No, I'm going to read it here. I want to keep her on the screen. And this was from Pew Research. This is the study that everybody always reference in regards to single men, 30%. As of 2022, Pew Research found that 30% of U.S. adults are neither married, living with the partner, nor engaged in a committed relationship. Nearly half of all young adults are single. 34% of women, and a whopping 63% of men. Not surprisingly, the decline in relationships marches astride with a decline in sex. The share of active Americans stands at a 30-year low. Around 30% of young men reported in 2019 that they had no sex in the past year, compared to 20% of young women. So put those two figures together. So if you have 100 young men and you have 30% that reported that they didn't have sex, guess what? There's 70% of men out there that are still having sex, right? And also, if you have 20% of young women that reported that they didn't have sex in the past year, that leaves 80% of young women. So what does that tell you? Another small group of men, 70%, as opposed to 80%. That means some of those women are sharing, right? So it's not an issue. It's not an issue for men, for women to remove themselves from the marriage market, because we all know that women aren't going to stop having sex. And the culture and the climate in South Korea is completely different than it is in the States. We are far more sexually liberated in the United States, especially women. Korean women, not so much, right? So it may be easier for them to be like, you know what, I'm not having sex. But for women here, especially Black women, please, y'all, it's foolery to think that y'all can just join this type of movement, being as old as you are, and thinking that you're gonna have some type of pull on the dating market to where men have to up their standards in order to get with you all. Okay. Y'all got to be more realistic here, man. Let's continue.
Now, there's not a single women loneliness problem. The 4B movement is about decentering men, and here they are doing what they always do, and that's putting themselves in the center of somebody else's movement. They have been trying their hardest to co-opt any movement that women get. We say we want a soft life. Here they are talking about they're in their soft guy era. We say sprinkle, sprinkle. Now they're talking about drizzle, drizzle.
Uh-oh, there you go. She's trying to take shots at the soft guy era, the drizzle movement. But we all know that the dating market, men have to adapt, right? So women control the dating market, men control relationships and commitment. That is always going to be the trade-off. So if there's continued sex without commitment, who does that benefit? I mean, think about it, ladies. If you're watching this, if you're telling me that I don't have to commit to you, but we can continue to have sex, and you think that benefits you, okay. Let's continue.
Like, every time we make a movement, they try to mirror us. How are you the leader when we're always following us? I guess we must be the leaders. I think the men are becoming afraid because they're realizing a woman's power. When they see these decreasing rates of marriage and childbirth, they're realizing that it's the women who have decided to make it that way. So they've always come up with some kind of scare tactic, some kind of manipulation, but the latest tactic is to act like it was their idea. We actually like this, right, fellas? We wink wink. Yeah, we this is what we want too. No, this isn't what you want, but it is what you're going to get. The manipulation and scare tactics aren't working, and they never will. You're going to have to do the one thing you have been avoiding the whole time, and that is change and become a better man if you ever want to be with any one of these women.
So what I don't understand when these you have to become a better man to get with any of these women. Do you really think single men are looking at you and like, yeah, I'm gonna have to become better in order to bag you? And this goes back to my point. When you guys hear women talking like this, like talking about this stuff, look at the caliber of woman who's actually saying this foolery and ask yourself, would you even consider marrying or dating this woman? So that's why it's no reason to get mad or upset, because you can already see that this woman has been going through a lot of issues. She's still going through a lot of things. And that's the point that, you have to step back and get past all of the shame and language, and you got to be better, step your game up. But look at the caliber of woman who's speaking and just listen to her. You can hear it. She upset. She hasn't had the best luck with men in general. And I'm not talking about black men. I'm talking about men in general. So now she's trying to join this movement to justify her singleness. And she can do that because if you're a man who has this stuff together, you're looking at this woman like she's crazy. I wasn't even considering you in the first place. So this is a prime example of that, guys. So don't get your heart rate up trying to type and, oh man, F you, we leaving. No, you ain't got to do all that. Just look at her. She already going through it, man. Let her vent. That's what TikTok is for. Black women use it all the time to shame men, especially black men. All right? Let her get it out. But then at the end of the day, she got to go back to her own home, think about what she just said, and be lonely, because that's what she says she wants. Join the 4B movement since y'all just found out about it. It was created in 2016, but for some odd reason, it caught fire from TikTok, and black women decided to play victim, like somebody said in the chat, and jumped on this movement again. So the whole moral is, man, just look at the type of woman that's saying this stuff, and you'll be fine. It should calm you down immediately, brothers. But let her continue.
No one is settling for you anymore, baby.
Okay, so look at that title right there, guys. Says pro-black women YouTuber Chrissy highlights the illogical hypocrisy of Cynthia G and her followers who supported the delete black male babies movement. So let me just give some context to this. This was something that I clipped up maybe about 2 or 3 years ago when that whole statement of abort black male babies went viral. And I told you guys I used to listen to black female content creators to see what they were talking about to try and find the issue. And when this popped up, I decided to play it on my Facebook page, and I remembered it. And I was like, this would fit perfectly in tonight's live stream based off of what I just put out in regards to the child deletion statistics, right? So black women say that they're going to join the 4B movement, and they're going to be able to not have sex, not have kids with, let's just say it, black men, right? I don't know if you guys ever heard Chrissy get mad at her followers, but just listen to this, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know about how strong black women are when it comes to sex. If they can't withhold themselves from doing this, then what makes you think that they're going to be able to withhold a pack of the 4B movement? Listen to this. Listen to the logic. Here we go. Fair use.
Tanisha says, I can see both sides. Both of you have great talking points, but I feel like the whole abort black male babies does have logic to it, though. They're killing. Baby Tanisha says, I can see both sides. Both of you have great talking points, but I feel like the whole abort black male babies does have logic to it, though. They're killing us every 5.5 hours. Yeah.
Did you hear that? said, and this is for the people who may be detractors of this type of stuff. You guys probably never heard about this. This is a huge conversation on YouTube, maybe about a year or two ago. So they were still running with this narrative that black men are deleting them every 5 hours, and that was their justification of deleting black male babies. Yeah, and it seems like all the pro-blacks, all the people who just want to blame black men, you guys always miss these type of conversations. I wonder why that is, right? So that's their justification, because black men are supposedly deleting them every 5 hours, so we need to go ahead and get rid of the black male babies. But listen to how would you have black male babies if you're not dealing with black men? Let's listen to the logic here. Here we go.
But how about instead of abort black male babies, how about don't sleep with them? Like, again, like, y'all skip to the most extreme shit. I've never been pregnant. I've never had an abortion. Why can't you just not sleep with them motherfuckers? If you don't want a black male child, don't let them stick their dick in you. Oh,
right? And that's another point. I just asked this question on my last video. If a woman doesn't want to get pregnant, she won't get pregnant. She just said it. She said she'd never been pregnant. She never had a child deletion. I wonder how she was able to do that, since it's her own body and her choice. How come some black men didn't force her to do that? That's illegal, right? So she has control over that, right? Ladies, black women. So how can she say that and you guys can't when you get into an issue? This is common sense. Lord have mercy. And she asked another question. If you feel that strongly about black men and you don't like them, then how are they still able to have sex with you to the point that you could potentially get pregnant by a black man? And now you got to delete the child when you find out it's a boy. Like she said, why not just not sleep with them? And she has to fight one of her subscribers on this. Listen, here we go.
My God, are you serious? Why do you have to go? Like, where's the logic? Where is the fucking logic? If I was that hardcore about black men and they disgusted me in that way, why would I still sleep with them? Because I vet men on an individual basis. But if I was to the point to where I said,
she said, so this is the first time I heard that she said I vet men on an individual basis. She was one of the first content creators where I heard one of them say the best man for the job, right? Instead of saying I'm not going to be pursuing black men to date and or marry, she'll say I'm just looking for the best man of the job. And that's where I responded by saying, don't give those women an out. If they already publicly said that they are trying to limit their interactions with black men in regards to dating and marriage, don't give them the chance, or don't try and prove yourself. Don't try to prove to them otherwise. She don't have that option no more. So instead of her saying best man for the job, she should be saying best man for the job other than black men, because you've already displayed disdain for the brothers. So you don't get that choice. And again, stop going under these women comments and trying to validate black men to them. Oh man, some good black men out there. Don't tell her that. I told y'all that multiple times. Let her cook. That is not your job to say, you just got to look here, sister. No, she already said it ain't no good black men out there. Let her figure it out with the other races of men. That's not your problem anymore. Okay? Let's continue.
I don't want to have their children. They're the worst thing ever. I want to stay away from them. I hate them. Why the fuck would I have to abort any fucking thing? They're not gonna to be allowed inside of me. Like, it doesn't make sense. Baby Tanisha says, I don't sleep with them, but it's unrealistic to tell black women.
You know what she said? One of her subscribers said, it's unrealistic to tell black women not to sleep with black men. That's why I don't have any faith in black women trying to join some movement where there's not sex involved. This woman literally said that she don't like black men, but to say that we can't have sex with them, that's unrealistic. Are you serious? And black men, stop giving yourselves to these types of women if they feel this way about you. Y'all got to show some dick discipline as well. Right? Jesus. Here we go. Fair use.
To not sleep with them because they're not, girl, if you're to the point to where you're saying abort black male babies, why are you not to the point to where you can tell black women not to sleep with them? Why? It's this, like, why would you put your body through an abortion when you could just not sleep with them? Like, y'all, the logic is not there. It's not there. And I ain't gonna, I don't want to be affiliated with you dumb bitches. I don't, like, and I hate to put it like that. But I hate to put it like that, and I hate for it to sound like that. But like, that's dumb. It's dumb. It's not hard not to get pregnant, ladies, unless, you know, you've experienced the R word.
Right. And that's what I've been saying. And people gave me pushback for some odd reason. It is the woman's responsibility. A man could not make you have a child. It is your body, your choice. She's literally telling you. It's not hard not to get pregnant. I mean, Jesus. I guess if it's coming from me, y'all won't listen. But it's coming from a woman. Hopefully you listen now.
Or you've been violated. Anything outside of that, there's no reason why you should just randomly get pregnant by a black man and have to abort his baby if you don't want his children. And the thing is, like, I don't see how I could never have that much disdain for black men and still sleep with them. It just does not make sense. And I think I agree with the divestors on that. I have to agree with the divestors on that. It just draw the line in the sand. If you don't want their kids, don't fuck with them at all. Don't fuck with them at all. Don't sleep with them at all. If you don't want their kids, if you hate their guts, if you're afraid of them, if your argument is, oh, they're killing us every 5.5 hours, you know, they don't deserve, you know, kids. If they don't deserve kids, they don't deserve your vagina either. They don't deserve access to your vagina. Like, if that's how you feel about black men, why are you going to still go and reward them with sex? And that's where me and the divestors agree. If it's to the point to where it's like abort them, you've gone too far. You've gone too far. You shouldn't be sleeping with them.
I mean, it's common logic. Like, man, if you don't like a group, then you shouldn't be allowing them to have sex with you. And that's why this 4B movement for black women will never work. For the majority of them, for the women who already don't like black men, join up, have at it, because you weren't considered by the majority of black men anyway. So I don't know what changed, especially for a group of women, which is crazy to say. Once again, you know, the least married and the most divorced. What you gonna do now? You gonna join this group and lower the numbers even more? I mean, you can't go any lower. If you already lead in those both of those categories, where you gonna go? So I mean, if the 4B movement is another way to justify singleness, have at it. But again, it's not that deep in Korea. So y'all can figure that out for yourselves. But yeah, so that's the wrap up of the 4B movement. So black women asserted themselves, which had nothing to do with them. And here we are now. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in the near future, but it is what it is. So let's get to some of these comments real quick. Let me get to the super chats. My bad. Let me see here. My man Todd the guy, what's going on, bro, with the $10 super chat? Thank you. And then he also sent another $10 super chat. Thank you again, brother. I don't believe the sisters have the discipline for the 4B movement. Yeah, I don't have any faith in that. Prove me wrong. Prove me and Todd the guy wrong. Right? And black women can withhold sex. Okay. LJ with the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And we got the one, Mr. Ham, with the $2 super chat. He said the drizzle movement went under her head. It's funny. Leon 008, $5 super chat. He says she has a better bald head shape than yours. See, man. Come on, brother. She would look 1.5 plus better if she just shaved it. She got the bald, bruh. I'm saying she can pull it off, man. You a wild boy. Woke Quill with the $5 super chat said, favor emotions over evidence and logic. How you feel is what matters to most of the community. Yeah, man, it's wild, bro. It's definitely wild. So let me see here. We got Trace in the building. Says Skinny Boy, who started this drizzle stuff, bro? I've been seeing it for a whole week, but mostly ignored it. I think it's a guy, Scarface Mark. He's a guy that does the loyalty test. I did a video on him a while back. I didn't know this was a thing where you could hire a young man on Instagram to slide in your girlfriend's DMs and see if she responds. And he was getting paid to do that. And I think he started the soft guy era movement based off of the woman Amani Talks. She was the one that put out the story about how her boyfriend was great, but he just wasn't the one for her, so she broke up with him. And he kind of did a parody of her story and put it, in his own words to make it fit his words, to see if people would react the same way that they did with her by giving him praise. And he found out very quickly that women, they shamed him for it. Oh, man, you left a girl that was perfect for you. And that's how it kind of started. So, but yeah, to my knowledge, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Reese Jones said, in my mind, I wondered why it wasn't called the 4C movement. What's going on, Reese? Lawrence Ross said, brothers, don't chop dates up. Don't chop dates. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I seen that story. I think a young 19-year-old black woman went out with some white dude and he ended up chopping her up. It's unfortunate, man. And I'm not gonna put a label on her and say she was trying to divest. I don't know her story. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. So Prime VA, what's going on, brother? He said, yeah, they get pregnant too often to start a 4B anything. Yeah, okay. Like I said, prove me wrong. And like I said, man, and again, in Korea, these are younger women. They don't have kids. Like they're not older women trying to join some movement. This is kind of elementary, for black women, old black women to be getting into this. This makes no sense. Rebel Zoe 1804 said there's a video from a Korean where this lady tell American women to shut up about the 4B movement and leave them alone. Yeah, I think I've seen that one too. Yeah. This ain't got nothing to do with American women. So Skinny Boy said, Tress, a guy on TikTok started it as satire to combat the sprinkle movement. Oh, okay. Maybe I was right. So unless somebody else came up with the movement. So let's see here. The one Mr. Ham said, yeah, medium man, that was tragic, bro. Prayers to our family. Yeah, man. I know, like I said, sometimes we have these internal battles and things of that nature. And, on social media, like I said, one is too many. Even though our women are running around saying that we're doing all the deleting, to them personally. And when you see this happen, like I said, one is just too many, man. So Pac-Man, $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Said, what up, media man? I love your content. Too bad women don't give a dang about facts, data, statistics. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. But it'll get it up there slowly but surely. I promise you that, man. Thank you. Let's see here. The Black Intellectual said, build back better, whether they like it or not. Okay. Send another one, brother. No, I know you got it. Barry Hamilton said abstinence and black women, never the two shall meet. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, man, it's okay. Got Nelson Moore said I came in late. What is the 4B4 movement? Oh, I'm gonna leave this up, man. You'll be able to check it out. It'll be up. You catch the replay. I got you. But yeah, so let's move on from that. And like I said, I want to get to some more, I guess, educational topics. But this one was just so good that I couldn't pass up. So April Mason. You guys know who April Mason is. She's back in the news. She did an interview with Earn Your Leisure. And those brothers they're starting to pander a lot, man. And y'all gonna see what I'm talking about here in a second. But she's back in the news, so to speak, YouTube news, so to speak. And I don't think people caught this, but I did because it came across my page on TikTok. And then I went to the full interview and I got to see what she was really saying. And it was worse than I thought. And I want to ask this question, man. And it's this is some weirdo shit. And I'm cursing already, but damn. What is black women's obsession with black men and their mothers and comparing the two in relationship situations? You guys know the whole narrative of was the one woman said black men say that they don't like obese women, but they moms at home obese. As to say, if your mom is obese, then you should be attracted to somebody that looks like your mother. Or if a black man dates outside of his race or marries outside of his race, he now all of a sudden hates his mother. What is the obsession with black women putting black men in these fictitious scenarios to where they are, if your mom don't do this or your mom don't look like this, then you can't be like this on the dating market? What is the obsession? Have y'all seen this? It is the weirdest thing ever, and I've never understood this. And this is just another layer that I did not know existed until April Mason said it. Listen to what she had to say. Here we go.
I find is they had issues, they had mama issues, or they had issues to where they never saw their mothers chosen.
Chosen?
They never saw their mother being chosen to be somebody's wife.
Mm-hmm.
So now they don't know how to foster the things that you just said because they never seen it with their own mothers. So it becomes a problem. And instead of them just being that masculine man, what they try to do is be overbearing to try to get women to do things because they don't have a real example. That's
okay. So it's about to come. Listen, pause. It's about to start. Listen to what she's about to say.
That's why a lot of podcasters that have these conversations, I'm like, child, give me the mic because your mamas wasn't even chosen.
Damn.
So you ain't even had no. You ain't that like
you ain't lying though.
But am I lying though?
Damn. I ain't never think about it like that, but
so she's basically saying us podcasters, right? She's talking about black men. Just because if a man grew up in a single mother household and his mom was never chosen to be a wife, then that means her son can't go onto the dating market and understand what it means to be a good husband, find a wife, because his mother was never chosen. Did I get that right? Is that honestly, it's funny that women have this whole sisterhood mentality, but then when it comes to shaming black men in a roundabout way, they don't have an issue with pointing out the fact that a single mother wasn't chose to be a wife. And April Mason is sitting up here. She's not married, right? And this is crazy. Like, I don't understand the obsession with black men and their mothers. Why do black women do that? I don't. Why does? And I know this is. You hear me saying I'm asking why. Of course, I know it's a shaming tactic. I get that part, but I'm just like, why would that even cross your mind to even put those two together? You know what I'm saying? Like that is some wild, downright weirdo, creepy shit. And this, like, I'd never heard this. If your mom wasn't chose, then you ain't never seen, or you ain't seen your mom get chose, so you won't be able to get chosen or be able to be a good husband. Like, what? This is the weirdest. Our women, bro. Anyway, let's continue.
That is a fact.
What is a fact? What are you talking about? I can't do it with these dudes.
So how do you have these conversations if your mama wasn't ever chosen?
So men can't talk about relationship stuff if their moms was never a wife. I mean, you basically just shamed damn near the majority of black women who have children. I mean, what the hell is going on when these? Sometimes, man, you just got to take a step back and be like, God, dog, any angle to try and come at men, and she's a black woman, she's on a black podcast, so I believe it's safe to say that I could, say that she's talking about black men. And this is just embarrassing. And actually, this was one of the clips where I was like, man, this shit ain't gonna never change, because it's always gonna be a different angle or a different way to move the goalpost. And this was crazy. My goodness. Boy, what is the obsession? Let me see if y'all got any answers for you, boy. Let me see. I dodged a trap member for 6 months. My guy. He said they must think 4B is blunts, bottles, and BBLs. You can't pay him enough to leave Walmart Tavius alone. Walmart Tavius. I hope to be proven wrong, but doubt it. Yeah, we'll see. Mm-hmm. Leon 008, $2 super chat said, class cast mating guard 101 theory. Okay. And let's see here. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Skinny Boy. She inadvertently exposed single mothers. Like, damn, they will and I noticed that as well on these YouTube streets. When a woman don't like another woman, everything's out the window. All that sisterhood. Yeah, that's why you ain't married. That's why you a single mom. You got, you had a kid at 15 and all this stuff. All the shaming tags come out there. But y'all act like you don't understand when men are talking about this stuff as a problem. Like, it's crazy. Leon 008 said mating guard, human mate guarding refers to behaviors employed by both males and females with the aim of maintaining reproductive opportunities and sexual access to a mate. I think that's what black women are trying to do. They won't get it. I8 said most mothers want better for their sons. Yeah, I don't understand what that has to do with him going out into the dating market. Just because his mother wasn't a wife, he won't know how to be a husband. Oh, my goodness. Jay, everything said Keisha logic. Woke is gross. Yeah, man, it's starting to get a little creepy, man. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Like I mean, and these spaces introduced me to all this stuff. I'm like, man, your mom looked like this, so how you gonna say that you don't like overweight women? That's some creepy shit. Damn. Trey 979, Mona D is getting worse. More and more obvious that they want to control men. Yeah, this is wild. This is a wild situation. Telescope 3 said, well, my mom was chosen by my dad to be his wife, so she needs to shut the F up. Also, I never picked a chick based on how many mom's bad characteristics she shared with mom's bad characteristics she shared with my mom. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Oh my goodness. Terrell Evans, my guy, says it's not a fact at all. Yeah, I was like, man, what are y'all talking? What's facts? What are y'all agreeing with? And that's what my biggest issue with guys that have platforms like this and they bring women on there knowing that they know the truth or they want to say something to rebuttal or rebut what the woman is saying, but they won't because they want the clicks, likes, and views. Like I know content creators, black male content creators that started off understanding RP, very RP aware, all this type of stuff. But then they saw that it was money in pandering to women, black women in particular. And they changed their whole mindset to where they act like they don't understand what some of these women that they have on their show is wrong. And they have the knowledge, but they just won't speak up. It's like their nuts were removed. It's like, yeah, in order, I'm going to compromise myself and let these women come on my platform and spit foolery, all because I'm getting paid for it. How can you live like that? How can you live with yourself knowing that you know the truth, but you just let people come on your platform and say foolery like that? And then to just agree it blindly because you got an audience full of women that you're affirming are false narratives. That's the most feminine thing that you can do. You tuck your nuts when you got women on there and you're not going to say anything because you're getting paid. Man, it's a different type of, like I said, it's a different type of black man out here that I don't associate with. And anybody that got anything to do with pandering to black women and not having the balls enough to tell them the truth, yeah, you just as bad as what Dr. Umar called them coons. We got to come up with a new word for y'all because I don't want no association with those types of dudes, especially if I know your old content and I seen what you used to say. Hell no, man. That's some foolery. Goodness gracious. Call for President Anthony, my guy. He said, that sounds like a caste system of romantic slavery. Could be. See here, the last good man in Jersey said, I thought AM's mom was a single mom, that she's a single mom, and that her daughter is a single mom. Pot calling the kettle black. It's crazy. And like I said, it affects negatively on women more than anything. So, man. See, we got a lot of comments. We got to get through this. We're good. Lawrence Ross said, as Joker would say, did your balls drop off? Yeah, man, it's just crazy. Next Generation So said, EYL has always been whack. They've given their platform to scammers and destroyers of the black community since day one, running up on pocket watching with JT while he was on vacation with his wife. Shameful. What? Hold on. Running up on pocket watching with JT while he was on vacation with his wife. Pocket, so I'm assuming pocket watching JT is a content creator and the guys from the show confronted him. I'm going to have to look into that. Dante Bryant, he said, I hate that. It's funny when men say we don't want traditional woman. They say he just wants another mother. But in the same breath, say, I hope he treats his mother well. They want all. Did you finish that? I'll get back to it, man. Let's see. Trey said he did what to JT? Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Spondifident, dang, really? That's some whole shit if that actually happened. I mean, I'm a CM Ben said yes, they did that. Oh, okay. Man. Let's see here. Leon 008 said they ran up on pocket watching JT about 3 years ago while he was walking in California. Wow. Okay. But check that out. Boy. Some crazy stuff. Big E83 said pocket watching with JT been exposed and frauds. Yeah, I'm about to go over there and check it out, man. So we'll see. But yeah, so let me take a quick break real quick, man. And we're gonna come back. Before I play another video, let me get into some of this conflict resolution issues, but let me leave y'all with some of this good music as I step away. Give me a second. Where are we at? Let's go with Marquise. All right, so let's get to it. So let me so the reason why I'm bringing up this conflict resolution stuff is because I know even though a lot of guys, they say that they don't want marriage, but you still want some sort of relationship, and sometimes these tools are necessary. And actually, I got this from a couple of books that I read before I even considered getting married, and they give you a bunch of like pre-counseling and things of that nature. They give you books to read, and I just wanted to pass on some of this information in regards to conflict resolution. And this could work in relationships or in your professional settings as well. So this one is just a couple points that I wanted to address before we move forward, because especially in the Black community, we have this narrative of, handle me. Y'all heard this before, where a woman to say, hey, I need a man that can handle me, and you have to up your masculinity over hers in order to get her in line. And back in the day, Black men, I used to see Black men, they used to readily do that on their own. Like now, I mean, being that we're in modern times, I see more Black men pushing back on that by saying that we don't have to deal with that type of, behavior, and we're just going to go find other options. Back in the day, it didn't used to be like that. It was just accepted. And that's why in the movies, you would see a lot of these scenarios playing out where a woman would act crazy or whatever. One in particular is Waiting to Exhale. You know, I think for every black woman who likes that movie, one of their favorite parts is when Angela Bassett went crazy and started throwing out his clothes and burnt up the car in front of the house. And that was like liberating to them, right? And these are the types of situations that black men were just expected to deal with, not put that woman in jail, because in real life, in today's modern era, that woman would have been in jail. I mean, it is what it is. So I don't know where they get away with that type of foolery, but yeah, it was unfortunate. So all right. So this is something that I learned and I apply. Said never try to correct someone if your point of view is based solely off of your own opinion. And that's an issue that we have in these spaces. And I'm talking to the fellas. If you're going to be on these panel shows, how are you going to tell somebody that they're wrong based off their own opinion when your points are based off of your opinions, right? And that's why I specifically say, when I'm talking or speaking on something, I'll say, this is just my opinion from my own anecdotal experience, right? I would never sit there and try and argue somebody's point of view or argue against it if this is what they experience. Now, when it comes to somebody saying anything that's, you know, not a fact or a statistic or something like that, and they're trying to refute that, then that's when you can argue it. But if you have your own opinion, they have their own point of view, it's no need to be getting on these panel shows arguing with women. And I'm trying to stop you guys from doing that. If you've seen some of my shorts that I put out and some of the videos, I've been trying to encourage you guys to get off of these women's pages, stop commenting under their posts if they're saying some foolery, and then you arguing with everybody under her comment section. You're not going to get that woman to listen to reason, especially if it's her platform. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want you guys to start focusing on more of your own mental health and lowering stress. And that's a part of it. You may not think, you know, I'm just writing a couple comments, but it does affect you, especially black men, right? So let's get out of that mentality of trying to argue against somebody's point of view. Let them have it and move on. Say your piece and move on. All right? Man. Next one said, that's just how women act. Is the worst stance that you can have as a man. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. We give women an out too many times, man. Especially, you know, and women, they use it so much that they can blame it on, you know, Mercury retrograde, or I'm on my monthly and that's why I was acting like a bitch to you. I was, you know, acting a fool in public because I'm on my monthly. I'm having mood swings, so on and so forth. The craziest thing that I saw recently was, I don't know if y'all seen that case where that woman who was into like crystals and tarot cards or whatever, she was a content creator, big on Twitter. This woman deleted her husband by stabbing him multiple times. Then she took the two kids, got on the freeway, threw both of them out there. One was like a 3-month-old, like an infant or something like that. The infant passed, and the I think the 9-year-old, she lived. And then that woman ended up deleting herself, right? And that's bad in itself. But what was worse is that when you went into the comment section of the women, they were saying that this woman was she was having, what is it, postpartum depression. They were giving her a reason as to why she did it. Or she was saying that she was having it was like spiritual psychosis. They were blaming it on anything other than that woman being crazy and deleting 3 people. And this is some of the things that I talk about, and we're talking about that's just how women act. They're giving that woman a pass. Even though she deleted herself, they're like, yeah, it was postpartum. Seems like she was in spiritual psychosis or something like that. It's crazy. And like I said, man, this is the worst stance you could take by just blaming it on, well, that's just how women act. The same thing goes for men as well. If you're doing some crazy stuff, you need to be accountable for it. You cannot just sit there and say that, hey, you know, I'm on my monthly and that's why I called you out your name. So all is well now, you can forgive me. No. That's a bad sign if you're in a relationship with a woman who always uses that excuse to insult you. You need to go ahead and do what you need to do. So I don't know if y'all seen that, but let me see. Mona said an 8-month-old and an 8-year-old child, the 8-month-old passed after getting hit by cars. Lord have mercy. Dang shame, man. Saint Cyr said, yeah, I heard about the story. The 9-year-old survived. The wacky, spiritual, witchy horoscope girls. Stay away from those nuts. Man. Let's see the real CP show now. If that would have been a black man that did that atrociousness, yeah, it's crazy. But just the excuses was even worse. All right. And most men, hopefully you guys know this by now, you determine how long you're willing to explain and or correct your significant other. And this is something that, you know, when you have, you know, conversation with your wife or your girlfriend, if things aren't getting anywhere and this woman won't listen to reason, guys, then you got to cut it off at some point. Either you're going to leave her or you're just going to dead the argument completely, because it don't make sense to keep going back and forth with somebody who doesn't want to listen to reason. And the reason why I felt that this was important, this translates over to YouTube spaces as well, because I see a lot of guys, and every time you guys send me a new panel show through Instagram, I watch a little bit of it and I can see my blood pressure rising. And I'm like, man, you know what? I got to turn this foolery off, because sometimes it's just so childish. Excuse me. Some of the guys who are either the hosts or the panel members, the women won't answer questions directly. They have to like come up with these weird scenarios, even though it's a straightforward conversation or question. They won't answer, and they're just being disagreeable on purpose. And I just find myself thinking, like, man, why do you keep having these types of women on your platform? If this is the same thing that happens every day, why are they still there? I never understand that. And you guys continue, you need to speak on this. I'm like, what am I going to speak about? That doesn't interest me. I don't know what else, man. So, sheesh. Go to the next one. So, address the problem immediately instead of waiting until the other party confronts you about something you did wrong. I rarely hear men talking like, you know, doing anything like this. I typically see women do that. And if there are some ladies that's watching, y'all need to stop that. Don't save things that your husband or your boyfriend did wrong, and then when he calls you out on something, now you got to bring it up. When his stuff happened maybe 3 months later, well, I didn't say nothing when you did this. That's a dirty tactic. Stop doing that. If you have an issue with something, then you need to address it right then and there, because all those things add up if you want to have a healthy relationship, right? Because now this is going to make the man hesitant to come to you with an issue, because he's like, well, if I say something, then she's going to blame me for something that I did 6 months ago or a year ago. And this is a common narrative on TikTok. You see it all the time. It's memes out there. It's videos, parodies of this type of scenario. And that's got to stop. Yeah, it's for jokes, but this don't help in healthy relationships, man. Let's tell you that right now. All right. And then this is really big for the guys. If you're not wrong, don't apologize. It's that simple. I mean, what are you apologizing for, man, if you know that you're right? I'm sorry for bringing it up. I'm like, well, why are you sorry for bringing it up if it bothered you? Don't apologize. And it's the same thing for women as well. But like I said, man, stop apologizing for shit that you write about. And then also always watch a person's nonverbal communication. This is very prevalent on those panel shows that y'all be watching and sending me. That's why I always zoom in. If I do screen or use a clip of a panel show, I always zoom in to see the faces and the reactions. So just be mindful of that. And also, guys, don't gossip to your friends about your friends. I know women, they can't help it, but this is not manly for y'all to do. And you know what I'm talking about, right? When you have a group or a subset of friends over here, and you have a subset of friends over here, and you're the only one that connects those two groups, right? And so if one of your friends in this friend groups tells you something, you'll go back to the other friend group and tell them about what your friend did. That's wrong. Because if that ever gets out to the fact that you over there, quote unquote, pillow talking to other friends about something that one of your other friends confided into you, you know, about some situations, and you going back telling other people that he probably didn't want to know, yeah, that's some whole shit. So y'all got to stop that. I mean, hey, take it or leave it. But that could cause some issues moving forward. Only compromise when it's a person that you need or want to continue to be in your life. And Patrice O'Neill, shout out to Patrice O'Neill. He said, man, well, I don't like compromising because when I compromise, that means one of us or both of us are unhappy. Right? And the only time that you even consider doing that is if it's somebody that you actually need or want in your life. When it's somebody that you don't know and they obviously don't respect you, let it go. Let them go. I mean, hey, oh man, it's crazy. Control your emotions always. Yeah, and I think I said that. Charles, you said it's not the womanly thing to do either. Yeah, you're right. Jay Curve says, stop pillow talking with these women. Also, they tell me everything. Yeah, man. Dudes, boy. But control your emotions is common sense. Listen actively instead of waiting for your turn to respond. And also, don't get defensive. This is simple, right? If the conversation is getting too hot, then go ahead and exit yourself, exit stage left. Take a break. Take an hour break, move on, relax a little bit, then come back to the conversation, right? And it's simple. I told me this was on my my notes list that I had to put this stuff out here just to make sure I covered this. So, but I do want to give you guys an example of the handle me type of situation. So let's take a look at this video real quick. Here we go. Fair use.
The more masculine.
Let's go back. That's a bad sign. It's an attractive woman as well. And the reason why I got her was for that specific reason. This is an attractive woman that feels that way. And when I finally find a man who can handle me, and that's somewhat attractive to her. And we see this in today's modern society more than often. And I don't know why women do this and they feel like this, but we're going to listen to Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit show. This is actually from RP Animated. It's a channel on YouTube that used to animate clips from different shows. And he actually explains this very thoroughly for the ladies that were on the panel. And it's also an animated video or cartoon. So it explains it even further. So here we go.
The more masculine you are, or the more you adopt this stupid mindset of conditional femininity, the more men are not going to take you seriously and go to a girl that will give them. You mentioned earlier something very alarming. You mentioned, I want a guy to put me in my place and be an alpha male and damn near shake me. Here's my thing. And here's the thing. I applaud you for being honest because a lot of women think that way. But
you see that? Now, that's a depiction of everything, I guess you would say, if this situation goes right. She swings on him, pushes him, and he swings on her back, and she's attracted to that. But the reality of this situation is what's next. Listen, guys.
Here's the reality. Why should a man damn near go to jail to get you in line?
Did you see that? That's what really happens. So let this be a lesson to any of you guys out there, man. If you get with a woman who's combative and she like to swing on you and you hit her back, your ass gonna end up in jail. Okay? So what's the best thing to do if you face with a woman like this? Stay there and deal with her, or get your ass out of there and save yourself from being in prison. I'll let y'all decide. Let's continue.
Why should he do that?
He shouldn't have to.
Like, why should he have to get to? Why is a woman's masculinity here, and he's got to rise to damn near murdering you to be able to get you in line? He puts himself in jeopardy. He puts you in jeopardy. And I'll tell you guys another uncomfortable reality. Let's look at the justice system. Men serve 66% more time for the same crimes that women commit. Men are far more likely to be arrested if police show up as a domestic call abuse. So why are men of value that have something to lose going to sit there and try to tame some girl that's untamable that wants him to damn near assault her? Why? We're just gonna go with the girl that gives us peace.
100%.
Man, and shout out to RP Animated and the Fresh and Fit show. That was a pretty good video and explains it to where the women could understand it as well. You use cartoon, your man shouldn't have to do that. And I do not advise any man to sit there and work it out. And I damn sure don't advise you to do what Carlton just did. I know this was one of the this is a huge moment in TV history when this happened. Vivica A. Fox showed up on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show, and she was the embodiment of a combative woman, right? A disagreeable woman. And Carlton somewhat put her in her place. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And again, we can't show the full video, so I had to put still shots on there, but you can hear the audio. So here we go. I know if you guys watch the Fresh and Fit show, or not Fresh Fit, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you remember this scene. Here we go.
I need more ice.
You need more ice what?
I need more ice in my warm soda.
You need more ice, please.
What did you say to me?
He said, you need more ice, please.
Heads up. Well, I'm sorry, I've got to say something. Janet, your behavior this evening has been completely unacceptable. Carl, where I come from, manners count for a lot. I'm sorry I've got to say this, but I simply can't sit back and allow this rudeness to continue. You owe every one of us an apology, especially that poor waitress. And if you refuse, we are taking you home and continuing the evening without you. Do I make myself clear?
You know I'm gonna miss him.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Carlton.
You see that? So that's a woman saying that, hey, is when I find a man that can handle me, then I'll be all right. It's just that whole same, what is the saying that we have now? Conditional femininity. This is the example of that. That's what women think are going to happen when they deal with men. They can go out into the world, be masculine, but then when they find a man who's going to trump that, then they'll bring their femininity down, or they'll be feminine and not masculine anymore. So I felt that was a great clip to share before moving on. But yeah, hopefully it makes sense. But Carlton, he did what he's supposed to do at that point, but I wouldn't even advise that. I would have told, hey, I would have been out. If I was on a double date and a woman started acting crazy like that, being rude to the waitress, and nah, I don't even deal with that. That night would have ended shortly. But yeah, I think that was great. And yeah, I seen somebody say Vivica was fine. Went from dime to jigsaw, skinny boy. You a wild boy. Yeah, she was bad back then. Yeah, she was bad. Yeah, somebody said, that's funny. Kristen Tucker said Vivica was playing herself. Yeah, that's probably what it was. And you see how she act now. So it is what it is. But in regards to commitment, and the only reason why I just wanted to talk about this, man, and it's just helping men and now acknowledge the fact that you guys control commitment and relationships on the dating market. So you heard a young woman on the prior video when she's talking about the 4B movement. She was saying that, you know, when women do something, men have to do something as well. No, it's just simply adapting. But one thing that you can control is your ability to commit to a woman. And women know that, especially women who want to get married. So never take your eye off the prize, so to speak. Because yes, you all want sex. We get that. Women control access to sex. But what's more important? Sex or being with someone for the rest of your lives, if you're a woman. And men know that commitment, it starts and ends within. Well, I won't say ends, because women are the ones that divorce at an 80% clip. But it starts with you all. And I just wanted to remind guys of that, you know, before we move on and get up out of here, because I got another show that I want to do for you guys on Thursday that's going to be a little bit more in depth, because I want to bring somebody on to explain a couple of things, you know, about these topics and relationships. But yeah, man, I just hope guys start to understand that you guys have power as well, especially if you're a disciplined man and you're not led by your dick. All this 4B stuff, or women talking about they're going to remove sex. Like I said, I don't have any faith in black women in particular doing that. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, once you start, you know, maturing and not thinking with your dick, the better off you'll be, right? And I know this is coming from a guy who, yeah, I was active when I was young. You know, I was on the dating market. I was doing my thing. It is what it is when I was younger. So I'm telling you from experience, the sooner you find this out, the better, man. And your life will be so much better in the long run. Instead of going for quantity, quality. You can have relationships, but damn, don't be just out there chasing everything. Don't be that dude that stays at the club until it closes and all your friends want to leave. And you sitting there like, oh, no, come on, man. They still coming out here. Let's parking lot pimp. Next thing you know, it's like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and you sitting there trying to chase some booty or a one-night stand. Nah, enjoy yourselves. Get up out of there. Get home safe. And do what you need to do, man. And I know younger guys, you know, they're like, man, old heads always trying to tell us stuff that they did and tell us not to do it. It's like, no, I'm not telling you not to do it, because everybody got to go through their own things. You got some things you just got to learn on your own. But if you have guys such as myself that's trying to tell you, hey man, you know, you may want to, you know, wrap that up immediately, you know, have your fun and then start trying to, you know, get your life back in order early. I think, you know, that would suit you better, instead of me coming up here saying that you're wrong for going to the clubs and hanging out, because I did the same things. But now that I'm older, I was like, man, I wasted a whole bunch of time and money doing that for no reason. Maybe you'll get something. Maybe you get a woman. Maybe you won't. But sooner the better, man. You get out of that mindset and that mentality, the better off you'll be. And it's a good thing that we have social media and YouTube channels such as mine and other people's channels where we can pass on these learned lessons to where you guys can, you know, figure if this works for you or, you know, or it doesn't. Because back in the day, I say back in the day, we used to have to go to other male mentors that we knew in our personal lives to get this type of information, especially for the guys who grew up without a father. You had to actively seek out like sports coaches, mentors, you know, guys that you looked up to that were, you know, in your neighborhood or where you worked at. They would give you these types of messages. But now we got a whole social media platform, YouTube platform, where you can pick and choose which man's message resonates with you the best. And that's why, you know, I love these spaces, even though black male spaces get a lot of heat in the black community, but they are necessary. I mean, who else is going to talk about this stuff other than us in regards to black fertility and, commitment and all these types of things. Sometimes you don't get that information from the, mainstream, influencers or entertainers. They want to keep themselves out of it because they got somebody, that's paying them. But I think it's definitely, the older and, the younger generation is very privileged to have guys that are, willing to come on here and talk about these conversations and try and put you up on some game. I know I enjoy it, and I think it helps. It helps a lot from the messages I receive. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. So yeah, man, it's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put that out there. Let me see here. Let me get some of these comments real quick. Ty Owen says sex ain't that important. Cool. Next Generation show, they're just chatting. Let's see here. Anthony Southeast said travel and see your full options. You'll be amazed. Absolutely. Next Generation show said he ain't lying. Yeah, I'm just trying to help out. Some old unk advice. Biggie Sharp said the 8 at the Table episode with the smart guy with straight fire. Yeah, and that's one of my one of the few panel shows that I watch, because sometimes the guy Rico, he speaks up. And any panel show that doesn't have a guy who can actually kind of speak up for men on behalf of men, I don't watch. And but I did see that. I seen the clips of the smart guy episode, and that was actually one of the videos that I was referring to. If you watch facial expressions, the woman that was giving him pushback, if you watch her facial expressions, man, she was heated. So you got to watch that. So let's see here. Woko said, next, you're a chick's passive income stream for 18 years. Yeah, it could happen. Reese John said they're only bargaining Chip and Smex. That's not good ROI commodity. Chip and Smex. Let's see here. Mona said, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Mona. Appreciate that. And Jeremy Jose says, what's up, Double M? Oh, man, what's going on, brother? Catch the replay. Let's see here. And Next Generation Show said, D live, not Freaknik Docs. I used to do Black Beach Week in Daytona. It was an experience. And the one, Mr. Ham says, yeah, she was heated because she had no comeback for Smart's logic. Yeah, and I saw that. I was like, wow. But yeah, I may clip that up and we may review that one. But yeah, man, but I got to get up out of here. I know this is a shorter show, but I owe you guys one throughout the week, because I got to go to the grocery store because I'm meal prepping. I'm getting back on my my bodybuilding diet that I used to do. One of the diets that I used to do when I was prepping for a show. Who knows, man? I may step my ass back on the show and get in shape and do the old master's class in the bodybuilding shows. But nah, man, since I always do this every year, because summer we travel a lot and I want to be on somebody's beach. So I always go on a little 6-8 week diet to make sure that I'm lean and mean on somebody's beach in the south of France or something like that, or Italy or Brazil. So yes, I'm gonna be on this diet. So I gotta go there real quick to get my foods. If you guys want to see the finished product of my prep meals and what I'm eating, I will definitely show you that. It's just since I'm older, you have to you have to do your diets for your age, right? And so for me, since we're Black men, we're more predisposed to high cholesterol. My meals have to be high in fiber, a lot of dark green vegetables with my juicing, things of that nature. So this diet is going to be heart health friendly, but also help you lose weight. So that's why I got to do that. So yes, I'm gonna hook y'all up. I'm definitely gonna hook y'all brothers up. So the one, Mr. Ham said, that's dope, bro. An excellent show as well. And Ty Owen said low sodium. Yeah, it's gonna be filled with that. So I don't eat red meat anymore. So you'll see some salmon in there. You'll see some, some lean white meats, turkey, chicken. I like catfish, so so I have that in there as well. So yeah, so it'll be good. Good diet. I can't wait to get back on it. So yeah, reset. Back to chicken and rice. Yeah, I got a different recipe on how to cook brown rice to make it taste better. I do not like brown rice, but it does help in regards to heart healthy. So I stomach it when I'm on a diet, but I do, I use the chicken broth, put that in there. I'll put some turmeric in there because that helps as well. And I, mix all that up and just to make it taste not as bad, because I compare it to white rice and I love white rice. So yeah, you guys will see that in there as well. So I'm gonna go get the stuff here and I'm gonna meal prep tomorrow and I'll take some pictures and some video to show you guys. So yeah, I can't wait, man. Oh, Skinny Boy's plant-based. I like that, man. There we go. Curtis LaRose said, yeah, I need that video. I've been on a diet for 5 months and I need some suggestions. Oh yeah, I got y'all. Maybe the next show could be on that. I'll hook it up. Demetrius James said, got to get back off the red meat. Yeah, man. And the funny thing is, man, it was tough for me to give up because my body responds well when I eat red meat, especially in the gym. I can see a huge difference. It's because there's creatine in there, and I'll also take creatine as a supplement. So when I eat red meat, oh man, super workouts. You know what I'm saying? But when you get older, you got to make sure that everything is good to go, and sometimes you either get rid of it or monitor, your red meat intake. Lord knows I love a good burger, but we grilled this weekend and it was just strictly chicken. But my girl wanted a hot dog, so I grilled hot dogs for her as well. So, so just to get rid of the fried foods. And Rick Euro said, "I need that for sure." I got y'all. Rad Tuck said, "Fish, chicken, and alligator for me." Alligator actually tastes pretty good, man. I've had it in Florida. I mean, of course, in Florida. Yeah, I've had gator, so it's just actually pretty good. Let's see here. And one Mr. Ham says, same here. I'll be 44 in June and want to maintain my youth as long as I can. Absolutely, man. I'll be 45 in July, so that's why this is important. But yeah, man, you guys will get to see my journey of, going. Of course, I mean, I'm still going to keep my size, but you'll just see me slim down a little bit. So these shirts may not be as snug, or fitted as they use. I may have to get them taken in. We'll see how it goes. Jay Kerr said, alligator in New Orleans is the best food I've ever had. Yeah, it was. Oh man, it was good. So yeah, you're right. It tastes like chicken. It does. So a little bit tougher than what I remember, but it was amazing. So Neville said red meat is not bad. Processed meat is bad. Eat grass-fed meat you could buy from a farm if possible. Yeah, we have those stories out there, but yeah, you could limit red meat intake or get rid of it. Like you said, it's not bad if it's your portion sizes are correct and you don't eat too much of it. But yeah, but for me, it's donezo. So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get out of here, man. Hopefully, Lakers can get this win tonight and be a happy camper for the rest of the week until the playoffs start. But yeah, man, I'll be back here in the middle of the week, and yeah, it's gonna be a great show. So I'm gonna hit the stores and I'll take some pictures or some videos too of what I'm getting as well. So I'll hook y'all up. So, but I'm gonna leave you guys with. Oh, I said I was gonna play the polo video as well. But thanks again to everybody who sent in cash apps and or super chats. Appreciate the support. Did I get everybody? Okay, cool. I did. And we'll be back here in the middle of the week. One of these days. I got y'all. So here we go for my visit to the Polo Grounds, and I definitely will be back. So y'all have a great rest of the week. Enjoy the games, and see y'all next time. Media Man out. Peace. Thank y'all again.
The Polo Grounds. Eat lamb chops. It seems great. Look at this. We just walking. On the polo grounds right now. Polo grounds, drinking free champagne. You know what it is, baby. Leave it alone.